What's up, you guys? I'm Dan, this is Frugal Not Cheap, and today we'll do my first impressions of full self-driving 12.6.3 on the Legacy Model S. Hey guys, so this is actually going to be my first drive here with Tesla's FSD version 12.6.3. I'm excited because version 12.6 is meant to be basically a version 13 mini. So if you don't know, the newer cars that have the version 4 of the FSD computer, the full self-driving computer, those are all on version 13.x. And those version 13 cars are performing really, really well. We heard on the last earnings call that this version 12.6 for cars that have the version 3, that's what my car has, being built in 2017. I did, pay and I had like an upgrade. But anyway, this is the AI3 car. And so basically, this version 12.6 of the full self-driving software is a distilled version of some of the parts of version 13. So I don't think it's going to perform as well in all different areas, but it should hopefully be, a nice improvement in performance over version 12.5.4, which is what we were on previously. It also looks like it brings some new features, and I'll jump into those and take a look at them with you in a moment. But I just got into the car and already I see something new on the screen, which I'm excited to check out. So what we have here are new speed profiles. It says FSD can contextually drive above the speed limit or the predicted road speed to match the flow of traffic. This specifies the maximum speed it is allowed to drive as a percentage offset applied to the speed limit of the road or the predicted road speed. So generally, I would only like to go, somewhere between 10 and 15% above. But as you can see here, it's recommending that we do a 40% offset. So that's kind of weird, but we'll see how it goes. And then also we can set chill, standard, or hurry. I'm going to go with standard, and I'll be playing around with this over the coming, days and weeks to find out if I prefer anything else. But I would like to avoid kind of too excessive, sort of hurriness, I guess, aggressiveness or lane changes and stuff like that. We'll see. If it's driving too much like a grandmother, I might play with that. Anyway, let's confirm. And here we have the release notes for FSD 12.6.3. So we can see that this contains significant enhancements to the end-to-end architecture for Hardware 3. Again, my car has Hardware 3 or AI3. They're kind of changing the way they say it from hardware to AI. So we should see more of that in the future. Anyway, this includes end-to-end on the highway. We're not going to be driving on the highway, but it does say we'll see improved city streets behavior, which reduces false slowdowns and improves obstacle avoidance. That sounds great. Customizable speed profiles, we just used those. Earlier and more natural lane change decisions that I'm really keen to see. Redesigned controller for smoother, more accurate tracking. And the max speed update, where autopilot determines the suitable speed within your allowed limit. So I think what we'll do, because I'm really more keen on the city street stuff, is we'll do just the drive with city streets this time, but I'll do my test loop that has both city and highway and a parking lot, and we'll see if the performance has improved there. Hopefully it will. Okay, did we get anything else interesting here? We have, these are all old. These updates all came beforehand, but they're pretty cool. I'm happy about those. All right, so we had the little blue dot down here, which means there's some new stuff. And then looking up here, we see that there's new stuff inside autopilot. And yeah, new is that max speed offset. So we did already set that. FSD is on, blah, 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 all this stuff. All right, I think we're in good shape to go for our first drive. Let's get on with it. Okay, I was hoping we could activate the system from my garage, but it wasn't possible. Still activated it now. And we're on our way to the gate. I had to intervene already a little bit. Had to hit the accelerator there because it was worried about those pedestrians, I think. The camera might be a little bit shakier this time, just because I'm going to try to really keep my hands on the wheel and be very cautious with this new version of FSD. Let's see how we're doing here. That was all right. It's a bit cautious. Ooh, a little close for my liking to those cars over there, but that was all right. So I'd say a little weavy, definitely it's different. It does also feel a bit smoother as well, though, so I do like that. I would go right now. It's delaying. Yeah, that was poor decision making. We got 2 cars coming from the left. Actually 3, there's another one behind it. If it tries to go, I'm gonna brake. Nope, it waited appropriately. We should go now. So that was all right, but there was a good opportunity that it missed. So now we got a car in the lane to the left of us, which is the lane we need to get into. So as long as it gets to speed, we should be all right. We're going 39 and a 40, so perfectly appropriate. And here we go. So we gotta make this left-hand turn here. And let's see how we do on that. Okay, I was thinking about it. Got a lot of fog here, as you can see. This would be a good opportunity to go. I would have started rolling a little bit faster because that cross traffic's coming pretty quickly. But no, that was well done. That was well done. Not too shabby, I would say. Not too shabby at all. Okay, speed's appropriate. The guy next to me is going even faster, but oh, and he's like revving his engine in his little Mazda. Okay. Anyway, so 43 in a 40, I think, is perfectly fine. I'm happy with that. And driving's all nice and smooth so far. A weird slowdown there. I didn't like that. I don't know what we slowed down for. And now we're going 37. So again, another weird slowdown. It may have to do with those that traffic light there that doesn't exist yet. I think it was probably seeing it and being like, all right, well, why isn't there a green or yellow or a red there? What's going on? That's going to be my guess. I don't know exactly when they're going to make that traffic light, that intersection operational, but it's been sitting like that for a long time. It's a pretty big development here for Collin Creek Mall in Plano. Well, where Collin Creek Mall used to be. It's going to be a mixed-use development. Okay, so far so good. We are being relatively aggressive in the sense that we're just hanging out here in the left-hand lane. But nice little speed up there. I like that. And everything does feel really, really smooth. Now the roads are, you know, with the clay here and the concrete, they're kind of junk. So I'm sorry about all the shakiness. I'm holding the camera and trying to keep it steady for you, but it's pretty tough. And I've got this thing mounted on this long gooseneck deal. So there's a lot of play and it's not super stable, but anyway. This isn't the primary video that I like to make, but a lot of y'all enjoy it, and I certainly enjoy making them. So hopefully this is good for everyone. So far, so good. Some people were complaining about lane centering issues. I haven't noticed any problem with that. Definitely no problems with acceleration or slowing or what have you. That guy had his right turn signal on. So I guess we technically, well, not technically, we could have let him in. FSD decided not to do that. But yeah, I didn't really notice what that guy was trying to do until it was a bit late there. And, you know, it would have been a bit dangerous to intervene. There are cars behind me. Traffic is, you know, relatively heavy. It's not like there were no cars around and I could have just stopped and let them go, you know. Okay, 44 and a 40. So again, good speed, liking it. The animations and all that stuff here on the screen look really good, nice and smooth. 45 and a 40. So I'm happy with the speed control here. Now there's a lot of cars, a lot of traffic around us for FSD to get context from. But still, I did find the last version was a little bit too grandma-like. That was a nice anticipatory, I don't know if it was anticipatory, but nice slowdown there as that car came over into our lane, allowing them enough room so that we continued to drive at a safe distance. Yeah, definitely happy with all of this. Interesting again that we're still hanging out in this left-hand lane. Generally it tends to move over to the middle lane, but we don't really need to. In the end, we want to be in this lane eventually anyway, so we'll see what happens. I'm just going to let FSD do its thing. You saw the wipers, automatic wipers, come on. The windshield is a little bit dirty, and probably just depending on the lighting situation, the glare will make that, the dirtiness more apparent, and so that is probably what caused that to come on, because it's definitely not raining, it's just that. We did have a little bit of drizzle earlier, and yeah, some actual rain not that long ago. It's been too cold to want to wash the car by hand, so there you go. But anyway, she's looking good still. Okay, about 4 minutes left in this drive, and just continue to keep an eye on things. But so far, the only intervention was to push the accelerator to get her to move a little bit faster when those pedestrians were there, right off the get-go in the driveway there, in the parking lot. Okay, now we're going 35 in a 35, so I think that's a little bit slow. I'm going to intervene and hit the accelerator because that's annoying. Especially when we're here in the leftmost lane. So nothing safety critical yet, really just preference or impatience, whatever you want to call it. So far, so good. Okay, now we're going 39, 40, a much more comfortable pace for me. That's where I would drive normally. In the 35, I'd go right around 40 miles an hour. Now you can see here on the expanded visualization, it no longer shows the speed limit, so I don't really love that. And what I might do, ooh, nice job avoiding the curb there. I like that. It was a little bit overdone. We didn't need to be quite so drastic about it, but there was no cars around. It was perfectly safe. And yeah, the timing was good. I felt like it was really thinking ahead of time rather than reacting too late. So that's pretty good. Maybe distilling this model has worked out quite well. And there is I have it on auto speed. I might try it with the max speed dealie on the way home and see if I like that better. See if it'll do a better job of kind of keeping like right around that, offset over the speed limit that I like. We got to make a left turn into the parking lot here. And it's one of those, can be difficult. There's a lot of traffic, but it looks like we might get pretty lucky here. Interesting one with timing. Yeah, very good. All right, perfectly safe. Now let's see if she's going to go left, which I want her to. Nah, she's going straight. Oh, okay. It's because of the nav. You guys can't see the nav. She's trying to do something here, though. I'm going to let her do whatever she's going to do. Oh, she bailed on this. I don't know. Decided that wasn't the parking spot. I'm not sure. All right, now we're turning. Okay, I think she's going to try to park. I don't know if she's going to do a good job of it, but let's see. Oh wow, are we going to go in reverse? Nope, she wants to. Yeah, you could tell she wanted to reverse into the spot, because look at that. That's not dead on, but it's pretty good. All right, we made it to our destination. I think FSD did really, really well. The only thing, again, was I got a little impatient and hit the accelerator twice. Once with the pedestrians and then once just because it was going a little bit too slow for my taste, especially being in that left-hand lane. If there's any negatives, I think the behavior of hanging in that left lane throughout the entire drive might be a bit of a negative. I'm going to have to see how it does over time on that. But otherwise, I mean, it was really, really smooth. Didn't make any weird decisions, and I don't know, it was great. I'm really happy with it so far. More to come when we do my full test route. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.